December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Browns had 7-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing again is Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Alert!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
11.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now 2nd and 5.
12.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Israel Abanikanda, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You talk about this Bengals defense. Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, 31! 24!
Watson off play action. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball out of the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. Always got some breathing room. Still going inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
12, 11. Stop.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Burrow. got a man open. It's Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
11 empty.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 12.
Here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bengals have taken the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On one, ready?
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Watson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 to the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 11. Now Burrow on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
11. Thomas.
Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score, Bengals 28, round 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on second is Watson. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The first down, they start out with Abanikanda. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
from the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 4. The give now to Abanikanda. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
12, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there for Cincinnati. 73 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Abanikanda is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about...
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air yet again, Watson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. From the gun, here's Watson. Touchdown, Browns. From 21 yards away.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
And that's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it with Abanikanda.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
After the interception, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
2nd and 10.
Watson off play action. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
26.
Watson changing the play.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
24.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench and a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped him, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Watson. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Abanikanda.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Gun.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11. 180. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Here we go.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Stop.
Here's Abanikanda.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. On first down, Watson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
It's complete, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'm fine. Ready?
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
11 MT. 11 MT. 12.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Off of play action, it's Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And passing yardage rise now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Watson on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Watson. Finding Pittman. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
To throw, Watson. They're going right back to Pittman.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Watson to throw.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here now, 3rd down. Now Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
64!
Here's Watson.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
This ball intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points,